Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Roy Jones Jr., 160 pounds. This guy won a championship as a heavyweight, remember? 5'11" inches tall with a reach of 74 inches. And facing him here, one of the greatest boxing champions in England's history, Carl the Cobra Froch. 6'1" inches tall with a 75.2-inch reach.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up.
It's Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time. Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at 4 different weight classes. Carl the Cobra Froch, a super middleweight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Beautiful counter punch. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under, you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. Neither fighter willing to slow down. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose.
Here we go, it's round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
And he just misses with that jab. Figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They block the hook. perfect counter shot. That big hook doesn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Breathe, just get... Let's get out there, get your boxing back together. Just hit him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go, he's absolute... You've been coasting this fight, and now you're gonna let him get back in. Now it's a tougher fight, and he's gonna be confident. You gotta take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute,
Stick to the jab. You're getting your time in already. That right hand is beautiful.
take away that confidence, stop him in his tracks.
Up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great work. Just the same.
Get focused, get your mind back on the job, get back out there and win the round.
Here. You were thinking. You were
The
smart.
referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action.
Get your focus back at that jab back.
Forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end of it.
Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Not a lot of defense here at all. It's all offense all the time. And they figure out the combination to this sink.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter punch caught him clean. Nice work to avoid the left uppercut. Good job defending the jab. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds. Hold that thought! Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Great round. Great round. Now relax.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. As As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Nice counter shot. One punch could change everything in this battle. You'd like to see more jabs. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
What are you doing?
Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow.
And there's the bell to start round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Can't find a home for that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Misses with the jab. Can't land that jab. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good defense to block the hook. The courage on display here is incredible. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs... On to the 6th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Nice defense on that jab. Trying to score that left, but can't. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Pod look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to...
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I like that round. Good work.
Good work out there. You win this next round for me, kid.
Here comes round 7. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Do you believe this? Good job defending the jab. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you, they want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. They block the jab. That hook just can't find the target. He missed with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get...
Back on the job. Look out there and win.
There's the bell to start round 8. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Nice job by him to block that jab. Swing and a miss with that hook. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you all right?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Gotta look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.